Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1968 Olivetti Lettera 32 vintage ultra portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Spain, and these were also made in Italy. The only difference is the color of the shell. This has a green color and the Italy version is more blue. And this is one of the most iconic typewriters of all time, often ranked as top 5 manual typewriters. Up top is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. And if you load the page in crooked like this, you can straighten it by flipping the paper release on the right side forward and then just straightening out like that. That releases the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or straighten the page or load thicker paper. So now it's straight. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward 1 notch, it skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line, switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red when you have it in the middle. On the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. And I have to type slow on this one because I'm not used to typing on such a light touch machine. This is about almost as light as you can get when it comes to typewriters. It feels like you're typing on a laptop. Print looks beautiful. Pica typeface prints 10 characters per inch, which is what Olivetti is known for. Precision and light power. To pull the page out easy, we're going to use that switch again. Flip that forward, just pull it right out. Flip it back, or else the next page won't load correctly. We're going to put the color back on black, and I flip down the paper support arm for now. Okay, we got a shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. This blank button is not supposed to be the 1 key. That is the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release, allows you to type past that all the way to the end. The traditional 1 key for a typewriter is the lowercase l, and the exclamation point is shift 8, which is the apostrophe, backspace, and then period underneath that. This is your tab set and clear. Right now we got tab set in 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to clear each one of those one at a time. Very smooth and light, and that's one of the differences if you're trying to rank this as one of the top typewriters. If you don't like light typewriters, then you won't rank this as your top ones, but if you love light typewriters, this would be your number 1. So now we don't have any tab set, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear in your typewriter. So I'm just going to flip that switch up like that, stops at that spot, and you can set as many tabs as you want. So up to set, down to clear, and if you have an Olivetti Lettera 22, it's the opposite, pretty much the same exact setup, but just the opposite, set and clear. Backspace on the right side, light and smooth. What else do we have on the keyboard? I think that's it. We're going to open the hood from the front like this. It hooks in from the back, and this is made out of cast iron, so it does break. So you want to be careful when you're pulling that off. You don't want to pull that off from the back. You might break off those hooks on the back. All the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction manually, the side you want it to go to, there's a little ribbon guide back behind the either spool. You just flip that towards the middle, and it'll pull to that side. And that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, which is a little metal piece, and swap the direction automatically, so you don't have to mess with that. This is one of the more important things on the typewriter. This is your touch control. So like I said, this is about as light as it comes. So if you want to increase that tension when you hit the keys, you push this down. It's got 3 options here. The middle one is what I had it at, still pretty light. And this is basically no tension at all. That's like it'll come back, but it just basically like hitting no, just so light. It's about as light as it comes. And then when you go all the way down, it's got a nice tension on it. But I'm just going to keep that in the middle for now. And I'm going to hook it to the back first and then snap it down on the front like that. Carriage lock. It needs some work. This is where you lock the carriage that's a little bent. Uh, If it's locked and it's in the case, sometimes it will bend that because it locks in right here. So I just need to rebend that to get that to work. But if you flip it up, it locks the carriage in the middle, and flip it down to unlock it. I believe that's how it's done. I just need to fix that. Carriage release on each side, super light and smooth. Beautiful. And this is your line space selector. You move that all the way back to 0, disables the spacing. When you turn the knob, you flip it to the 1, you get the clicks, and that's so you can get to an exact spot on the page. Each one of those clicks is a half a space, in the same concept. If you push this button in, it disables the spacing. You let it go, you get the clicks. Just want to be careful when you do that because you will lose your line. And this is the line space selector swivels back, so when you have it in a case, it doesn't break this off. And you can replace the swivel, but this doesn't ever break with that screw there. Where it breaks is in the neck here, and when that breaks off, it's very extremely hard to replace that because it goes into there, and there's a little pin that you have to punch out. Basically have to take off the platen to get in there, and it's not easy to do. So you want to protect that like that. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.